Welcome back, everybody. If you're joining us for today's deep dive, we're looking at the impact of programs like Meals on Wheels. And, well, we found a story that just completely embodies the potential impact they can have.
Oh, wow.
This story revolves around an 85-year-old man named Arthur. And it's really about how a simple act of kindness sparked this whole chain reaction of positive change.
It is interesting how often these programs that are usually seen as purely practical needs end up being catalysts for something so much more.
Yeah. And Arthur's story is just a fantastic example.
I'd love to hear it.
So he's a retired math professor, but his real love, his lifelong passion has always been chess.
Wow.
We're talking decades of tournaments teaching. He even published a book on chess tactics.
So chess wasn't just a hobby for him. It sounds like it was a real defining passion.
Absolutely. His apartment is just filled with chess memorabilia, trophies, antique sets, you name it.
That's great.
But as he got older, life threw him some curveballs.
Oh, no.
Arthritis set in, which made it really hard to actually move the pieces. His eyesight started to fail.
Oh, God.
And then on top of that, he lost his wife, and his chess club disbanded.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah.
That combination of physical limitations and then being socially isolated is just a recipe for loneliness, especially with seniors.
Yeah.
Like you just lose those threads that connect you to the world and give you that sense of purpose.
Exactly, and that's where Meals on Wheels enters the picture.
Oh, good.
They started delivering meals to Arthur, which is great for his physical well-being, but he's still very withdrawn. Keeps to himself, doesn't really connect with anybody.
Oh.
Until one day, a new volunteer named Tom shows up.
This is where the story takes a turn, I bet.
It does.
Yeah.
Tom sees a chessboard sitting on Arthur's coffee table, and being a chess enthusiast himself, he can't help but ask Arthur if he plays.
I love that.
Arthur is hesitant at first.
Yeah, no?
He's like, what's the point? I don't really see the point in playing anymore.
I imagine there's a sense of pride there, too. You know, it's hard to admit that something you were once so good at is now difficult or even impossible.
Oh, for sure. There's definitely a sense of pride. But Tom's enthusiasm is infectious, and he's genuinely interested in learning from Arthur and getting him back in the game. So the next week, Tom comes back not just with the meal, but with his own chess set and a chess clock.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's what I think is so powerful about this story. It's not just about, you know, being nice or, you know, checking off a box. It's about recognizing that there is a shared passion and using that to build a connection with somebody.
You're absolutely right. And Arthur, despite his initial reluctance, he just can't resist Tom's energy.
Yeah.
They set up the board, those first pawns move.
Yeah.
And something clicks for Arthur, like a reawakening of this part of himself that had been dormant for so long.
It reminds me of that saying, a mind stretched by a new idea never returns to its original dimensions. And even though Arthur's got these physical challenges, engaging with chess again is expanding his world in ways that he probably didn't even anticipate.
It is, and it's immediately clear that Arthur is still a much stronger player. I mean, he has years of experience on. But here's the thing. Tom is not intimidated at all. He's actually thrilled to learn from a master.
Wow.
He's asking questions, absorbing all of Arthur's advice, playing with incredible determination.
That just highlights another crucial element for lasting change.
Yeah.
You know, it's not enough to simply offer help. You have to meet people where they are and create an environment where both people can learn and grow.
Right.
Arthur is finding this renewed purpose and sharing his knowledge. Tom is benefiting from his guidance. It's just this beautiful example of mentorship in action.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's so great. Their weekly games became this really cherished ritual.
Oh, wow.
Arthur is teaching Tom's learning. They're both having a blast.
I bet.
But Tom doesn't stop there. He introduces Arthur to online chess platforms.
Oh, cool.
And even tweaks the settings to accommodate Arthur's eyesight.
Oh, nice.
And pretty soon, Arthur's playing against people from all over the world.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a great example of how technology, when used thoughtfully, can really break down barriers and create connections. It's not even just about convenience. It's about empowering people to participate in things that they may not have thought possible.
Absolutely. And Arthur's world is expanding. His competitive spirit is reignited. He's connecting with people on a global scale. And it's all thanks to Tom taking that initiative.
That's really neat.
And it makes you think about the wider implications here. We often talk about the challenge that seniors are facing.
Yeah.
Isolation, loneliness, that sense of purpose kind of slipping away. And Arthur's story really shows how programs like Meals on Wheels can address those challenges in ways that we might not always consider.
It's not just about, you know, delivering a meal. It's about creating these initial points of connection, those opportunities for somebody like Tom to come in and really see the people that they're serving, recognize their unique talents, and open doors to new possibilities.
Exactly. It reminds me of that quote, "The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others."
Oh, I like that.
And Arthur found this renewed sense of himself by sharing his love of chess, and in doing so, he enriched the lives of those around him.
That's beautiful, and it makes you wonder, what seemingly small skills or passions do you have that could bring joy or make a difference in the lives of other people? Could you be somebody's, Tom? Could you be that catalyst for that ripple effect of positive change?
That's a powerful question to reflect on. And on that note, we're going to wrap up this deep dive. We hope Arthur and Tom's story has inspired you to look for those opportunities for connection and recognize that incredible potential that lies within each of us to make a difference. Until next time, keep exploring and keep diving deep.